The Roanoke River, North Carolina's largest river by volume, has long served as a vital route for trade and travel, first by American Indians, who called it Motech, and later by European settlers. Originating in southwestern Virginia, the river winds its way through northeastern North Carolina toward the sea.
Daniel Weldon bought land in what we now know as Weldon in the 1750s. They developed an orchard. It was known by three names: Weldon's Orchard, Weldon's Place, and Weldon's Landing. Weldon's about 7 miles north of Halifax.
The town of Halifax was the place where we had the Halifax Resolves, April 12th, 1776. That's one of the two dates on the state flag. They wanted their delegates to go to the Constitutional Convention in Independence Hall in Philadelphia and vote to break away from Great Britain.
So you can think of Halifax as the political center, but Weldon was the commercial center. And it brought people from all over.
The river was surrounded by productive agricultural land, which drew settlers.
Rice Bolton Pierce, because he was captain in War of 1812, was given land in North Carolina, in Halifax County. He was given that land, and he created a farm, had 13 children.
And the farms were massive sizes, 30,000 acres, 40,000 acres. Socially and economically had a level of wealth that was equivalent to the Boston, Philadelphia crowd.
So my family's from Northampton County. We've lived in Northampton County since the mid-1700s, and we've farmed. We've all been farmers for the most part. The soil's very good, but then it comes with challenges. A lot of people that work riverland will say if you can ever get a crop up, then you're almost halfway there.
Primary cash crops were cotton, peanuts, sweet potatoes, and tobacco.
We enjoyed growing tobacco. Tobacco was one of those crops that you look forward to just before Christmas because it was when they paid off.
Unlike modern agriculture, farming was labor-intensive. Tobacco and cotton were picked by hand.
The cotton was picked by relatives who had the ability to be able to pick anywhere from 200 to 300 pounds per day.
We have much more land that's not available for row crop production, so you grow timber on that. Timber production's always been a very important piece of the Roanoke Valley.
Late 1700s, early 1800s, the rivers were our highways. The bateau boats, which could come down the river from the mountains, they used the Roanoke River to transport those goods. But when they got to the Roanoke Valley area, we have this area in the river of rocks. It's a distance of about 9 miles. The river drops in sea level about 100 feet. We're right on the divide of the Piedmont and Coastal Plain.
In 1812, the Roanoke Navigation Company was formed to build and maintain commercial navigation on the Roanoke and its tributaries.
The length of the contemplated canal around the Great Falls of the Roanoke is 8 1/6 miles, commencing at Rock Landing and terminating at a place called Weldon's Orchard, immediately below the Great Falls. There are now working on the canal 207 laborers, besides master workmen and overseers. The Milton Intelligencer, April 14, 1819.
A 9-mile network of canals, an aqueduct, locks and basins were completed in 1823 to bypass the falls above Weldon.
Once they got to Weldon, they could transfer the goods to larger boats on the river. Because it was the end of the canal, Weldon was just kind of the place that developed and grew. The first lots were sold off in 1820. So Weldon's where it's at because of the river, because of the rapids in the river, the convergence of commerce between the canal, the river boats. That was Weldon's start.